start moving, we know you're cold.
Go ahead along the
like,
right side.
First group, start on the right side, walk. Okay, the second group, which one of you guys perfect? Perfect. Walk. Okay, now the third group can go. Just try not to clutter together too much. And don't bump into each other too much. Just warm yourselves up. Get comfortable with the water. Get your arms around you. Get warm. You're going to be in here for the next 4 classes, so make sure you're comfortable in it.
Keep going? Yeah, let's do 2 laps here.
Yeah, we'll do 2 laps. Let's get warmed up, huh? Aerobic exercise as well. Morning workout. Perfect. Doing great, Blake. Leading the show. I like it. Once you've done your 2 laps, just organize yourselves back up here like you were initially. No rush. Take your time. Go to enjoy it down there. So next, and remember the order that you went, because that's how we're going to call off. Group 1, you know, I pointed out who that was. That was Blake, Mary, Kate, Megan, and Caitlin. And then group 2 are the people that followed second. Group 3 will be the third group. So remember that number for yourself when I call it out. Next, we're going to demonstrate to you guys one of the basic principal foundations for swimming, which is just going to be your standard basic glide. So Jake, there's 2 ways to do a glide. Kyle will demonstrate a straight glide, and Jake will demonstrate a side glide. And we're going to do a couple laps of that. Following the same order. So you'll start on the right side. You'll find that your momentum will slow you down at a certain point, stop, and then you'll walk back. And then as you're walking back, the second group will go.
Yeah. So remember this, we're going to show you 2 different ways. From a physics standpoint here, Newton's law. Can anyone state Newton's law, rule number 1? Anybody know?
An object in motion stays in motion.
Perfect, unless acted on upon another force.
Well done.
So,
right?
so that comes into gliding. We're going to get off, get our force, and go. The force of the pool water is going to stop us and pull us into a state of inertia. And that you will know when you're in inertia when your feet start sinking. When your feet start sinking, go ahead and stand up and then wait for the next person to come.
So Jake, you want to demonstrate the side glide right now?
Yeah, the first one is you can either do left or right arm. Both feet flat on the plane. And then you're going to get a nice squat position and you're just going to glide out. Remember, don't kick or stroke with your arms. So just go.
Arms straight, head down. You see how, notice he just lets his body carry him until he stops. Comes, stands up, and then from there he's going to turn and then start walking back. At that point, the second group will go, but I'll call you off. And then Kyle will demonstrate the straight one.
Great. So all you're going to do is put your arms back on either side of you. You can bring your feet up onto the side of the pool like this. And when you push out, you're going to bring your arms in front of you. Fingers straight, arms straight as can be, whole body straight as can be. So like so. And then when you stop, you turn around and walk back the other way. So whichever takeoff, you guys can do one of each. Start with the side, and then the next time you can go with the straight glide.
So we're going to go one at a time. First person. The second person that's going, wait until they're clear out of the way on the side of the lane.
Exactly right. Remember the right side and the left side. Left side for returning, right side for the exercise.
You can use either technique. You can try them out. We're going to do this a couple times.
Okay, so group 1 get lined up.
Go ahead and go. Group 1, go ahead and get your position on the wall.
And, okay, go ahead and start group 1. You ready? Okay. Maybe not good. You want to keep your arms. It's all right. I know. You're going to keep your base and we'll get there.
Sorry.
Okay. Group 2. Oh. That was all right. All right?
Slipped.
Just remember, basic glide, you just want your arms out in front of you.
Try and stretch it as long as you can't see how much distance you can get out of the glide. Focus on making your body stiff.
Yeah. Opposite arm, you push off. I naturally shiver.
Good job. God, that was good. That was really good. Good job, guys. You could try and stay a little bit more on the surface.
have one hand.
Garmin issues and grooves, don't worry about it.
We're gonna go another one through.
Yeah, one more each time, so 3 times all together. 3 times all together. Just really be comfortable with the glide that you like, whether it's sideways or forward.
Yeah, 3 times.
What's up, Kylie? Cody, I think you got one more. And then stretch this out. There you go. Come on, Andrea. Good. Good job, guys.
All right, so now we're gonna go through it a couple more times. We're gonna make a few pointers on it. So this next time we're gonna try to do it with a little less splashing on the glide. So when you're pushing off, try not to let your body, your torso come up, and your head, try to keep it down so that when you're going into the water, everything's straight and aerodynamic. Try to keep your head down in this position instead of gliding up at the start. So when you push into it, try to bring your arm not in this motion. When you're gliding off, either try to bring it into the water to your hand, or bring it quickly into this position, kind of bringing your hand in to prevent as much, least amount of splashing as possible. So if you guys want to do it either on the side or front, but just remember those few things. We're going to do it 2 more times here.
So group one. Group one can go. Group one. Okay, group 2 outdoors.
Good job, Pat. That was good.
Cody.
When you push off, try to start a little bit lower. If you either just start or just push off, go under the water before you push off. Okay.
I think we're just doing this 2 more, and then we're going to end up breathing it down. So if you're comfortable with it, you can push off. Good job, Doc. We're going to be bringing it right now, so. Good job, Nate. Is that your full distance? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, you get like gold star.
Good job.
I was good. That was only after the black line, Nate. She made it up.
Ready for
Yeah, okay, so next we're going to do breathing exercises. We want to get you comfortable with actually being submerged underwater, just having your head underwater. We know you were just doing that, but this is just going to be a standing bobbing exercise. So Jake will go ahead and demonstrate for you what we mean by that. It's going to be real quick. Everyone's going to do it together. There's not going to be any groups here. Just going to drop your head under the water, leave it there for a couple seconds, and then come back up. We'll do that for about 3 times. So Jake, you want to show them?
Yeah, and remember, give each other enough space. So if there's not enough room in your lane, go ahead and feel free to come into these ones. But basically, put your hands up on the ledge here, feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to dunk your head, hold it for about 3 seconds. So.
1, 2, 3. Up. Do that. We did that about 3 times in a row.
Take a breath.
All right, so if you guys just want to go 3 to the lane, and if you need to come over into this lane, feel free to.
Remember when you come up, you inhale through your mouth, and we want you to blow bubbles, or exhale underwater out through your nose.
Yeah.
So
We're not
that's
going to
important.
blow bubbles yet. That's the next exercise. But go ahead and just dunk yourself, submerge yourself under the water.
Do that a few times to get comfortable.
All right, go ahead and stay up after you go through down that. You guys can go ahead and stay up now.
You guys did. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the blowing bubbles exercise. So, same position, but what we're going to want you to do is inhale through your mouth, submerge your face, and then breathe out through your nose. And then when you're done breathing out through your nose, when you come up for an inhale, turn to your left, inhale through your mouth, submerge out your nose. Come up to the right, inhale through your mouth, go back under through your nose. So I'll demonstrate, and then we'll do it on it.
So you want 3 rotations on each side. You really want to look for which side you're more comfortable on. You see how he's exhaling through his nose? And then he's going to rotate. Inhale through the mouth, exhale through the nose. Really pay attention when you do 3 per side. The point of this exercise is to get comfortable with which side you prefer breathing. You think right-handed, you might want right, but you may prefer the left side and vice versa. So just pay attention to which side you're more comfortable with.
So go ahead.
Careful inhaling the water. It's the, basic breathing.
All right, so one of the things you want to make sure you do on that point is you want to make sure that you get your full breath before you go back under. And also when you guys are looking up, try not to look up and out to the side. Try to keep your head on this plane while you're turning to the side. Get some good C-spine rotation.
There you go. Nice incorporation.
So let's go ahead and do a couple more. And when you're trying to do it, try not to lift your shoulders out of the water. You do it. Try to keep it mostly in your head, little shoulder rotation. Yeah? Yep. Good job.
Good job, Caitlin. Good job. Good job. You're good. Good job.
Good job, guys. Good job, Blake. That's very good C-spine rotation.
Yeah.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is, same thing, place our hands on the ledge, but now we're going to do stationary kicking. So, we're going to get out, and then you're just going to begin to kick.
It's called a flutter kick. You'll notice his feet are alternating, so when the left goes down, the right comes up, and the right comes down, the left comes up. Pretty standard kick. Recognize a lot of you guys are familiar with it, but we just want to get you focusing on the technique of that flutter kick. So keep your arms straight, almost like a pencil, and focus just on the kick right now with your head above the water.
As you can see, some things I want to point out is you're trying to keep your hips up close to the top of the water as you can. You want your feet you want your feet to be slapping down against the water. So the bottom of your foot, the top of your foot, you want to be slapping down on the inside of the water. Try to bring your feet up above to create some splashing as you're doing it, and then yeah, so that's what we're going to do.
Thanks, demonstrate. Yeah, we're going for the last. Everyone
Go ahead and begin.
This worked out real well. This is great. So that'll warm you up. Good job, guys.
We would like a little bit more control. We would like that to be a little bit more control.
All right, everyone focus back, focus back. It was fun, but.
You guys come back more towards.
That was fun, you know, always fun splashing Coach Moore. We would like that to be a little bit more controlled, so not as exaggerated of splashing. So we'll go ahead and do that for about 20 more seconds.
Keep the splashing to a minimum. Like so.
There you go, yeah.
Like I like
Just try not to drown us.
Just about 10 more seconds.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect, guys. Just basic. Focus on what your feet are doing. Just how your body's level in the water and how comfortable you are.
Try to keep your hips up more towards the surface.
Now with that, we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to implement the breathing we just told you. So, while you're kicking, you're going to inhale through your mouth, and then when you go submerge, out through your nose and then turn. So
notice what you want to do here is you really want to focus on the rotation of your body. You want your body to begin to rotate more on a 90-degree level. Because most swimmers will tell you, you don't want to be pushing through the water like a barge just straight. Ideally, you want to be sort of gliding. So eventually when we get you doing strokes, you want to be twisting and then twisting and twisting. It'll help you slice through the water. It'll shave a lot more of your time. So focus on your rotation and your breath, and you kick together is the focus of this exercise.
And your cadence that you want to do 6 kicks about in between each breath. Some people might do 4 kicks in between each breath. Some people want to do 6, so it's 3 each leg. And then breathe to the side. You guys can switch off sides till